Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super speculation slash theory video where we're going to be talking about the upcoming Goku versus Jiren fight. So one of the things that we definitely know about this particular fight is it's going to push Goku to his limits. So I might actually get into a bit of a spoiler territory here. I don't necessarily want to take away anything if everyone wants to be spoiler free or as much as you possibly can. I don't necessarily know what you know about the upcoming fight or what you don't know about the upcoming fight, so consider yourself warned about this particular subject. But with that being said, I want to kind of go into this particular fight, what it's going to put Goku through, and how I feel like this fight is actually going to go down. So honestly, we do know that Goku is actually going to be using the Genki Dama. He's going to be using the Kaioken times 20 as he fights in the Super Saiyan Blue form, and then he's going to have a new transformation. I am not the first to come out and say that that is almost exactly the same fighting situation that Goku put himself up when he went to fight Frieza on Namek, and it's actually really kind of cool that they're kind of, I don't know if they're going to have a wink and nod to it, maybe Frieza might acknowledge it some way, I'm not necessarily sure, but it does seem like that's exactly what they're trying to do. But with that being said, a lot of people have been speculating about whether or not Goku's new form, the Limit Breaker form, could actually even beat Jiren. I mean, considering some of the episode titles, or at least speculative episode titles, even early stuff that we've seen, it doesn't necessarily seem like that's going to be the case. Now, we don't necessarily know whether or not Goku's actually going to be taken out of the ring by Jiren or during their fight be eliminated. I mean, they have promised us something that we have never seen before, and while Goku losing a fight is not something that we've never seen, him getting eliminated from the tournament is also something we've seen before, considering that was what happened with his fight with Frost in the last arc, or at least the last tournament arc that we saw in Dragon Ball Super, and it's something that we kind of saw during the Cell game, so I'm not necessarily sure whether or not it's actually going to be something like that. I have my thoughts and speculations on that, but I do think I understand how they're going to be setting up this form, how they're going to be setting up this fight, and potentially what could happen to Goku during the fight, and how that kind of plays into the greater narrative of this particular tournament. One of the things I definitely believe is that Goku's transformation, considering the utmost, I guess, just the gravity of the situation, the gravity of that transformation, giving Goku a brand new transformation has never ever resulted in an effect where he was unable to beat the character or the antagonizing force, the villain that he actually brought that form up against. I mean, yes, you have Super Saiyan being able to beat Frieza, you have Super Saiyan 2 being able to beat Cell. Super Saiyan 3 was actually able, at least from Goku's perspective, to actually beat Fat Boo, but he didn't do it for other reasons, so we're not necessarily sure there. Fusions are able to beat Boo, you know, just the list goes on and on. Super Saiyan Rage, Super Saiyan Blue with Golden Frieza. So it's weird to me to consider the fact that Goku would get a brand new transformation and still not be able to touch Jiren, at least to the fact where he wouldn't be able to beat him in a fight like this, a one-on-one complete match. But what if this wasn't necessarily a one-on-one match? I want to take everyone back to the preliminary matches for the Tournament of Power. We actually got to see Goku versus Toppo, and then we got to go back into Universe 11 and see Toppo really kind of having a little PTSD about that particular fight with Goku. Jiren, as strong as he is, probably is overlooking Goku to the point where Toppo is the only one who knows just how strong the Saiyans are. He's the only one who's actually fought a Saiyan who's still in the, I guess, realm of the Tournament of Power. Most of the other people who fought Saiyans kind of lost, with Caulifla and Kale taking out a majority of the Pride Troopers just by themselves. So personally, I think he would be pretty much on edge about Jiren simply fighting Goku one-on-one, considering the fact that they need Jiren in order to actually win this particular tournament. So here's what I'm really thinking could potentially happen is Goku goes up against Jiren, Goku does the Kaioken times 20, Goku does the Genki Dama, Goku can't simply win. Something legitimately terrible happens. We're not necessarily sure what that might be at this point, but there's something legitimately terrible. I'll do another video about that sometime soon, and then Goku has this transformation. Goku, for what it's worth, cannot control this transformation. There's no sense of, I guess, perspective, or just there's no sense of, I guess, morality when it comes to this transformation with Goku. It's almost like he's in a physical Ozaru form where he just kind of goes batshit crazy and then starts wailing on Jiren left and right. Jiren can't step to this form, and instead of letting Jiren and Goku fight one-on-one, Toppo, having sensed, having gone up against Goku, having had that PTSD during the bar scenes in Universe 11, steps in and saves his teammate in a way that we haven't necessarily seen done with Universe 7, because one of the things that they've been promoting this entire tournament is the mere fact that they have to work as a team in order to actually abide by the rules, or at least have the greater advantage. So as Gohan alluded to at the very beginning of the tournament, if someone fights you, you fight two. And if two people fight you, you fight with three. If three, then four, and then so on. So Jiren actually is saved by Toppo, and then we don't necessarily know whether Goku gets out or Goku is simply left on the sidelines as he kind of reverts to his base form and passes out as everyone else tries to fight the remainder of Jiren, Toppo, and Dispo. Of course, we don't necessarily know if Dispo is actually going to be in the tournament at that point even still, but considering the fact that all we know is that the Pride Troopers have fought together, they're friends, and they would work more as a team than Universe 7, then obviously it makes a lot of sense for Toppo, considering his matchup with Goku earlier on in the series, would step in and actually fight for Jiren. Now, we don't necessarily know how Jiren might react to that, and I feel like that could be a really interesting situation going forward in the tournament, and we don't necessarily know how tired Jiren's going to be after this particular fight. So as we already know, Jiren is going to be going up against Hit. We don't necessarily know whether that's going to be a one punch and done type of fight where Jiren just takes out Hit, and then Universe 7 and Universe 6 are in a really tough spot considering their two strongest, most valuable players are now out, or at least incapacitated, so much that now they're all up against Toppo and Jiren, and we're going to have kind of a melee free-for-all where Universe 6 and Universe 7 are ganging up to actually fight Toppo and Jiren. That would be really cool. But one of the things I really want to see from this particular fight is not only Goku versus Jiren and Goku wailing on Jiren with his new form, but I want Toppo to step in and actually help Jiren out, because he knows that if he doesn't, Goku would actually take Jiren out, and Universe 11 would be in a really bad place. So guys, what are your thoughts on this particular theory? I personally like it, considering the fact that this whole tournament has been built on the fact of teamwork and being not only you can't just be the strongest, and I feel like having Jiren just be that much stronger than Goku, that even a new transformation isn't enough to stop Jiren, is just kind of counterintuitive to almost everything that they've been saying this entire arc, and I really hope that that's not exactly the situation that they I guess drive into. I really hope it's more of a teamwork, strategy-based element, that if Goku had just simply listened to Gohan, Universe 7 would have actually been in a far better situation. So what are your thoughts on this, guys? Make sure to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell over by the subscriber button to notify you every single time I upload. But with that being said, guys, I hope everyone has a fantastic day. It's been real.